Hey guys, I'm John with Hops and Brews, and today we're going to be talking about what tastes better in your beer, corn or rice. So like I said, we're going to be talking about what tastes better in your beer, corn or rice. Recently, Budweiser has been doing some, interesting ads where they are poking fun of Coors Light and using corn.
To be clear, we brew Coors Light with corn syrup.
Bud Light, brewed with no corn syrup.
And because of this, there's been quite a bit of a battle between the two giants in advertisement and statements of what tastes better in your beer. So I thought to myself, what better way to try this out than to just dive right in and taste. What tastes better, corn or rice? Bud Light comes in at a 4.2 ABV, a 27 IBU. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 2.27. Bud Light is brewed using a blend of premium aroma hop varieties, both American and imported grown. A combination of barley malts and rice. Its superior drinkability and refreshing flavor make it the world's favorite light beer. Coors Light comes in at a 4.2 ABV, a 10 IBU. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 2.36. Coors Light is Coors Brewing Company's largest selling brand and the fourth best selling beer in the United States. Introduced in 1978, Coors Light has been a favorite in delivering the ultimate in cold refreshing for more than 25 years. The simple silver tone can caught people's attention, and the brew became nicknamed the Silver Bullet as sales climbed. Alright, so let's check out these beers with either corn or rice for a sweetener. Right away, some of the first things I notice is they are very close in color. I would almost put Coors Light just a shade, a single shade darker. Very, very much almost identical looking. Let's check out aroma. I'm not getting a whole lot, but what I am, it's almost a sweet artificial honey flavor. That's kind of what I'm getting, but very, very light. The Coors Light, unfortunately, has a much more aggressive aroma. Not very pleasant. It really reminds me of old beer at a bottle can return. I try to put them in these fancy glasses to give the most flavor and aromatics as possible. So let's try the rice beer first. Very thin, almost no flavor whatsoever. There's a little bit of just something, a little wood. It's like right at the beginning, you taste this weird light. I could see it tasting like rice, almost like Asian sticky white rice, kind of. And then it just disappears. I could see this being refreshing on a hot day. I understand why this sells so well, because it is 4% and it tastes like nothing, so you could just drink a lot of it. Alright, so let's try the corn-based beer. Also very light. Very little flavor to it. But what I do get, it's not as sweet, but it's a bit more balanced. Isn't a weird off-putting ricey flavor. The corn is a bit more balanced within whatever malts and hops they are using in this. It does have a little bit more pleasant flavor. Correction, less offensive. Honestly, it's really hard to tell which one I would prefer to drink. They're both basically identical looking. If you gave me one, I probably couldn't tell you what it was. Aromatics though, I would go with Bud Light. Taste to drink, I would probably go with Coors Light. But I don't know. Let's finish the rest of this and find out. So, corn or rice? What should we drink in our beer? Well, the corn has a very off-putting aroma to it, whereas the rice a bit more pleasant. You can almost smell some sweetness, some malty flavor. Again, it's very light, but versus the corn, you get more. However, both of these are already too cold where you should be serving your beer. These are so cold, I can't even taste a huge difference between the two after I've drinking half of my glass. It's just impossible. I've even gone through an aromatic and flavor enhancer with the two of them, and they're both tasting the same. Essentially, it's just lightly flavored water is almost what it's coming down to being. They basically look the same. They have their pluses and minuses, both in aromatic and flavor. Price point, they're basically the same. They're about 10 cents apart. I don't know. I can't tell you. Alright, so we're going to do something a little different here at the end. We're just going to do quick fire tastes that are going off initially in my mouth. Bud Light. There is a sweetness that comes through. Very light, very off-putting flavor because there's just not a whole lot. But it's not bad. A bit light, crisper, easier to drink, I would say. There's that off-putting aroma that comes in the back end, okay? There is just this weird sweetness that lingers in the back of my mouth as I'm swallowing it. It almost dries it out. It reminds me of rice. Ugh. This literally tastes like I took a craft lager and dumped a bunch of water into it. Although that is a little bit of a plus because it tastes a bit more craft-esque, but extremely watered down. Like the swill you drink at the bottom and then you just dumped a bunch of water in it. Well, to me, I don't know what to tell you. They both have more off-putting flavors than positives. And in all honesty, go try to find your local craft brewery. They probably have a lager that's way better than this. Oh my god, that's 4%, which is lower than this. Way more flavor. That's a beer. I want you to see the difference between a craft lager and a domestic lager. Look at the color. Completely different. This is Lucky Bucket Brewing Company's Pre-Prohibition style lager, coming in at 4%. Just look at the color difference. This is a 4% beer, so it's lighter in alcohol content, possibly a little more calorie intake, but not much. That's sweet malt flavor. That's good. That's sweet. That's malty. That's drinkable. It's got a much better body to it. That's the thing. There's no body to these. This tastes like a beverage. These taste like water. See you guys later. Light, but versus the corn, you get more. Wow, are these two things super gassy? So, I don't know what to tell you. If you are a domestic light drinker, switch.